Well, the country's efforts to increase forest cover from the current 7% to 10% may not bear fruits if the continued use of firewood as the dominant cooking fuel in the rural areas is not mitigated. Of late, clean cooking has become a reliable entrepreneurial venture for many Juakali artisans and innovators who are making modern stoves that use briquettes as an alternative to fossil fuels. But as Wycliffe Oketch reports, lack of funding and awareness by the public has hindered mass production of such stoves.
Statistics from the Ministry of Energy as at 2021 indicate that 90% of Kenya's rural households still use firewood as the dominant cooking fuel. In Kisumu County, 49.6% of rural households use firewood, 22.2% use charcoal, while 7.8% use paraffin.
Mostly huko nyumbani tunatumia kuni. Kuna misitu zingine hapo kando kando ya bahari huko. Sasa tunaingia hapo na kutafuta kuni na tunakuja kupikia.
Firewood, yes, like this, it has a lot of effects, like the problem of blood. We are being told that after using it, we are supposed to drink a lot of milk.
The continued use of such fossil fuels is not only detrimental from the health perspective, but also impedes the country's efforts to increase forest cover from the current 7% to 10%, which is one of the ways to mitigate climate change.
We have looked too much into lighting, but we're not looking much into the cooking methods. Because if you're like an authority like the Rural Electrification Authority, you realize that they are looking too much into how they can, light up, provide clean, affordable, sustainable energy. But mostly it's usually on the lighting perspective, but you're not looking at the cooking perspective. So as we move forward, I think as much as we're looking into the lighting, also the government should see how we can also look into the cooking perspective of it.
Consequently, Juakali artisans and innovators across the country have come up with an innovation meant to cut on fossil fuel usage. Alex Odundo, the proprietor of Olex Techno Enterprises in Kisumu, is one of such innovators. He makes modern stoves that use briquettes for fuel instead of charcoal.
This device here is a kind of stove that is helping our people to burn on non-carbonized briquettes. Non-carbonized briquettes is known as is a product that is made out of waste, but for some time it has been used in boilers most of the times. But then we were trying to find a way of making it something that can be used by small users, like domestic in domestic usage, or hotels, or in schools.
Alex says he has showcased the product to a number of potential buyers, some of whom have made a purchase while some remain skeptical, hence demotivating him from mass production.
Okay, people are very positive about it, but now for somebody to just pick up and start using it.
And while Laban Okeo from the Kisumu County Energy Department maintains that 100 million shillings was allocated for enterprises in the current financial year, access to these funds remain unclear to many innovators.
We do encourage the entrepreneurs in the clean cooking sector. Yeah, we inform them about the funding. We tell them to get organized so that they can access the funding. It is not limited to a specific type of enterprise.
Recently, the Kisumu Water and Sanitation Company raised concerns over a decrease in water levels in River Kibos due to climate change, thus affecting water supply in the county. This is enough evidence that continued use of fossil fuels hinders efforts to mitigate climate change, with both levels of government challenged to adopt more precise policies and strategies to curtail the trend. The adoption of modern cooking stoves is one of the ways that both levels of government can adopt to phase out the use of fossil fuels. This should include funding the Juakali artisans to produce such stoves in large numbers and also conduct sensitization campaigns in the rural areas to increase uptake.